What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different here. This one is all of the guns that we were able to play here at COD XP within Infinite Warfare. There's a lot of weapons promised, but right now we're going to be talking about all of the ones that are available as of this moment, and it gives a lot of clarity into some of the weapons we'll see here coming in the near future. So that said, before we get too far into it, huge thank you to my good friends in Activision for flying me out, allowing me to get this gameplay and share it with you guys. So huge thank you to them. None of this would be possible without them. Huge thank you to you guys for supporting the videos, and hopefully you guys do enjoy. And with that said, if you do, make sure you drop a like down below. But let's get right into the weapons. Starting us off in the assault rifle category is the NV4. This one is what I played around with the most. I actually really enjoyed this. It had a nice feel of the M4 from the Modern Warfare series, and it really is a lot of just a down-to-earth weapon, something that is really standard to the ballistic weapons you'd see of today. The next one that we had was an R3K, which is a 3-round burst energy rifle, but it is something that it is a ripper. It actually does tremendously well here. Next, we have the Kba R32, which is a full auto ballistic rifle, and it goes through a lightweight mode, which allows for an increase in hip fire control and mobility. Next, we have the Type 2, which is a fully automatic energy rifle, but if you hold the triangle button down or Y, it's going to allow you to split this into akimbo pistol, similar very much so to the FMGs from the Modern Warfare series as well. So it is great in long ranges as well as close quarters. And the last assault rifle we had was the Volk, which is a full auto energy rifle, and it allows you to deploy the best in class in stopping power at a low dependable fire rate. So it's very similar to the AK-47, and the more immediate comparison would be the KN-44 from Black Ops 3. Moving along into the SMG category, we have the ERAD First, which is personally, I think, my favorite that I've played with out of these. It's just a very dependable weapon. It very much so feels like a P90 in my sense, but it is not really the P90 that we know from the Modern Warfare series. It's more of like a CSGO P90 in that shape and in that fashion that it shoots. However, that said, the FHR40 is actually more so built like the P90. So it's really all a matter of personal preference. They both are tremendously great in their attributes. But then we next have the Karma 45, which, if you guys remember the Vector from Ghosts, this is literally the Vector just with an added magazine inside it. So it is something that it doesn't give you more ammo, but the design has 2 magazines instead of 1. So it's very much so comparable to the Vector, if not exact. Next, we have the RPR or Ripper Evo, which is literally the Ripper from Ghosts. It is returning, but it isn't the exact same design, but it is slightly varied. But whenever you actually play with it, you can definitely notice this was the real thing, and it does have the ability to toggle to an assault rifle mode. So it is returning here within Infinite Warfare. If you guys like that weapon, you can look forward to it coming back, or if you didn't, well, I guess you can not look forward to it. Next, we have the HVR, which is a fully auto weapon here with this, and it uses heavy terrestrial ammo. So I didn't really play around with this too much, but it did seem very interesting when I heard about it. So it looks almost like the MP5K, but not really, if you want to put it that way. It's a little bit more compact. Next, we have the LMGs, which we have the RAW, or the RAW, and this one is just a high-capacity power cell. It's a battery weapon, but it is something very powerful, as with the other LMGs. Next, we have the Mauler. That one is very similar once again, and the Titan is the last one here that we had the ability to play with, and this one has a different-looking scope at the moment, but it does have a very high damage and a strong recoil. So this is one of those ones that, unless you can control it, I would kind of stay away from at the moment. Next, we have the sniper rifles, which we only had 2. We had the KBS longbow, which is something that I was sitting next to Sword General. He was going off with this thing on perhaps the smallest map in the game. He went off with this. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. It almost looks like the Ballista, but it's a little bit altered and a little bit more supposedly heavy powered. Then we have the EBR 800, which is a semi-automatic sniper rifle. Very intriguing here with this one because you can actually use it as an assault rifle as well. So that said, that is really up to you guys. It uses different battery power, so the ammo does change and doesn't really stay consistent once you switch back and forth. The AR version takes less power from that battery, so it does have more ammo. But the next ones we have are the shotguns, which are the Reaver, and that is a slug round almost, it seems like, but it's not. It almost looks like the KSG. I compared this recently to somebody as the KSG, but without a slug round. So really intrigued to see how that one actually does come out. Next, we have the DCM-8, which is a full auto shotgun and has a very high rate of fire. Then we have the Banshee, which is the final shotgun here with this one, and that's a pump action, so very similar to, say, the KRM in Black Ops 3. Then in the secondaries category, to finish all this up here, we have the combat knife, which is going to be a one-hit melee. You can use your fists, but it is something that will take 2 hits then at that point. Then we have the launchers, which are the Spartan SA3, which is a lock-on launcher here with this. We have the P-Law, which is a charged energy launcher, and it uses plasma charges instead of rockets, so that's very intriguing as well. Then we have the GL3, which is a grenade launcher, so noob tubes maybe? I don't really think so. I didn't play around with it. I didn't really see anybody using it, so the next ones we have up then are the handguns, the final things here, the pistols that we're going to be rounding us out with this video here. But we have the EMC, which is your standard semi-automatic, almost Glock looking pistol. Then we have the Oni, which is a full auto energy pistol. This one is actually probably up there with the Hailstorm. I played around with both of these. The Hailstorm's the next pistol we'll talk about for these strongest pistols that we saw so far. They're actually both pretty good, but they're of course pistols, so you wouldn't want to go into too many engagements with them. The Hailstorm is a 3-round burst ballistic pistol, very similar to the RK5 in Black Ops 3, but it does a decent amount of damage here up close. So that is actually going to round out all of the weapons here in Infinite Warfare that we were able to play at COD XP. Of course, there are going to be more weapons coming up. The beta may only have these weapons, I'm not entirely sure. The build that we played was probably similar to a very early beta stage of the game, so it does have some improvements to come to by the time of, I think, October 14th was it off the top of my head, but at that point in time as well, that'll be very close to shipping out the game, and we may actually get more. So on top of all that, we do have prototype weapons coming, but that's something that, once again, we don't know when we'll see that, if we'll see it in the beta at all. But that's going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, hopefully you guys did get some information here out of this that was useful to you guys. And if that is the case, drop a like down below if you guys did enjoy it. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date with absolutely everything you need to know here within Infinite Warfare, as well as Modern Warfare Remastered. So stick around on the channel. We got some Black Ops 3 DLC gameplay coming tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. My name's been Kba R32. Take care and peace.